Hi, this is Master McGee with Mile High Karate in Allen. Welcome to our video blog for our black belt preparation test for 2009 and for spring for 2009. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cover a few of the simple rules that you're going to need to follow over the next 12 weeks to get you ready for the test. Very first one is we do have a pre-test on January 31st starting at 10 a.m. It's 100% comprehensive, so you're going to need to know all of your forms, weapons, one steps, self-defense, Hosensul, Aikido, grappling, the whole bit. You got to know everything. Now, we might pick and choose a couple of things that we want to do, but it's still comprehensive. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to be learning, so you're going to have to know everything. Second thing is we need to cover the rules for the preparation class. Very first rule for the prep class is prep class is going to start on February the 7th at 10 a.m. It meets every Saturday. There's a couple of exceptions, but it will meet every Saturday between January the 7th and the date of the black belt test. We'll cover the date of the black belt test later. Next thing is absences. Absences really are not allowed. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to come to class 2 to 3 times per week, plus every Saturday from 10 to 12. How do you want to make sure that you're successful in attending all the Saturday classes? Do not sign up for any spring sports. It's very important that you really focus on getting your black belt this time. If for some reason you don't think that you're going to be able to commit to testing for your black belt, I need to know earlier. So that we don't get our expectations up and we don't have someone disqualify themselves from testing. That wouldn't be fair. Next thing that we have to work that I want you to realize is along with the absences, this includes sickness, vacation, everything else. You can miss 2 of the Saturday classes. That's it. If you miss 3, you have a choice. A, not testing. B, buying private lessons, which means you're going to have to make up the 2 hours that you missed, which is essentially 2 hours of private lessons. That'll be about $250. So, and that'll be mandatory if you want to test. So, you can't, don't tell me you're sick for 3 Saturdays in a row, expect to test, and not, and not expect that Mr. Berger or I are going to have to work any harder for it. So that's basically it. The last thing is we're going to make sure that you guys are 100% prepared. The black belt preparation class is very, very detailed. We take all the forms, we break them down into the minutest detail. We take Hosensul, one steps, weapons, everything, and every day basically gets a day. We also try to, during that week beforehand, to review the same material so that everyone gets a lot of practice on doing their black belt training. And that's very important. We want to make sure that you are prepared. Now, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that happens. What we're going to ask of you is for you to do everything in your power. So if we ask you to correct something, we want you to correct it immediately. We don't want you to wait. We don't want you to sit there and go, oh, he's wrong, because quite honestly, if I tell you that it needs to be fixed and you refuse to fix it, you do have the option of not testing. And remember, this is going to be a choice that you make, not me. We're going to do a series of pre-tests. Our first pre-test is January 31st. The next one's going to be about the 1st of March, last week of February, 1st of March. Then the next one is going to be the last week of March, the first week of April, 2 to 3 weeks before the test. You must pass all of those pre-tests. There are no do-overs. You're either ready or you're not. If for some reason you can't make one of those pre-test days, you will have to schedule a private lesson, and we will do that probably on a Sunday afternoon. And again, if I have to take time away from my family, then I expect to be compensated for that time. The next portion of it is we want to make sure that everyone understands, how important testing for your black belt is. It's very, very important that you test for your black belt when you set your mind to it. The commitment at this point is total and absolute. You need to be committed to testing for your black belt. You need to be committed to me and Mr. Berger, just like we're committed to you. Now, if for some reason you can't or you don't want to test for your black belt, I understand. We'll just wait till the fall and then we'll look at you again. Other than that, it is a 100% total commitment on everyone's part, parents included. Don't schedule vacations. Don't sign up for spring sports. Don't, do everything in your power to not get sick. Now, there is also a physical fitness requirement. We're going to be putting a lot of stuff up on our blog. The blog name is MHK Allen Spring 2009 BBT.blogspot.com. Everyone should have received an invitation to it already, so you should be good to go. That's really about it. If you have any questions, check the blog, check your email. Send me an email if you have any questions. markm@milehighkarate.com. Please don't call because calling just takes up a whole lot of extra time. And this way, if you have a question, I'm just going to take your question, post it on the blog, and that way everyone has the answer to the question. I look forward to seeing you guys and working with you guys to get you ready for your black belt test. And good luck. Thanks a lot.